Alright, hey guys, welcome to Comic Book Hipsters. This is going to be the more in-depth review video of all the books that we want to talk about. It's coming out February 19th, 2014. I'm Chris.
I'm Dom.
And I'm Tyler.
Alright, we're going to do these in the same order, mostly that we talked about the number ones that are coming out. So the first up is Dexter Down Under.
Alright, it's the new Dexter Down Under #1, written by his author and creator, Jeff Lindsay, with art by Dalibor Talajic. And I have to admit, this book is awesome. Basically, what happens is Dexter, he writes a novel, and then there's these mass murders going on in Australia that they can't figure out, and the police are like, well, here's this guy who's written this great novel about blood spatter and stuff, so let's bring him over. And so Dexter comes over, and he gets to solve murders in Australia. And if you like the TV show, you're definitely going to love this book. So definitely check it out.
Everyone's favorite serial killer there. Well, I don't
best.
know. Punisher still might be my favorite serial
Yeah.
killer. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So Loki, Ragnarok and Roll from Boom Studios came out. Let's see, who's this by? Eric Esquivel and Jerry Gaylord. I'm not familiar with the writer-creator team, but I was really impressed.
It was
with
really
this book.
good.
Yeah.
It's a good mix of humor and, well, I guess it's mainly humor, but
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
yeah, the art's pretty interesting. It's definitely a unique take, showing Thor as just like a jock meathead, and Loki's just like kind of a misunderstood son that gets framed and sent to Earth, and he's just like, well, if I'm getting sent to Earth, screw you, Dad. I'm just going to go join a rock band.
Yeah, it was a very fun take on the whole Asgard mythos there. I like the Loki here. The art reminds me a lot of Fanboys vs. Zombies. Which, excuse me, I'm going to reach right past you here. And yeah, because it's by the same guy. Okay, so if you like Fanboys vs. Zombies, which is another funny Boom Studios book, I'd recommend Loki, Ragnarok and Roll. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see what else we got. Marvel's New Warriors. Yeah, I read through it. It's a Marvel superhero team.
Yeah, I read through it. Big deal. What of it?
Big deal.
I read through it, and I didn't have too big gripes with it. I mean, it's written by Chris Frios with art by Marcus Toe, I'm assuming. It's normally how that order goes.
It's a new team there, right? Yeah.
It's got like Speedball.
Mm-hmm. Scarlet Spider.
Bunch
like
of
him. Nova's cool.
offshoot characters.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a little bit of a promise where the story's going. I mean,
it looks like the powerhouses in this team are Scarlet Spider and Nova.
yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, you can check it out if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe.
Yeah, if you want a new superhero team book, then New Warriors.
Yeah.
It's a looks like it's a younger team
Yeah.
too. So let's see what else do we get from Dark Horse. The White Suits. This is by Frank J. Barber. I said that wrong. Barbier. And Tony Cypress. All right. The first thing that struck me when I was flipping through this guy was the art. The art is really kind of crazy.
It's unique.
Yeah, it really...
They have a way of drawing you to see what they want you to see using like contrasting colors, I think.
That's a good, when they use color, it's done for like a very intense effect. It's a cool kind of sketchy style of art. I'm trying to find a really good page just to show you guys. There you go. This is pretty solid. So there you go. That's what we're talking about. I like it. I'm a fan of this. The writing was also pretty good. Let's see, Frank Barber. Because he wrote East to West. No, that's not right. He wrote Five Ghosts. He wrote Five Ghosts by Image.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a good book.
Indeed.
So he's an accomplished author. And I think actually he's writing some for Dynamite coming up here. It's on the cover of the Comic Shop News. I'll go grab that. No, I won't. No, I won't. It'll take too long. So yeah, if you like Five Ghosts, he's an accomplished author. And I'm looking forward to see what it is. The book White Stripes itself, or the White Suits, so far it kind of looks like a little bit of Amnesia, Born Identity, revenge, crime kind of a story. Cool. I don't know, maybe if you smashed up Sin City and Born Identity is kind of what you're looking at here. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, next we got the X-Files Conspiracy, keeping on going with the pop culture with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, written by Ed Brisson with pencils by Michael Walsh. This book surprised me, and it was great. I mean, got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're not in the sewers this time, and they've got a whole bunch of FBI people looking out for them because they think they're aliens and that they can solve, you know, some sort of problem that's in the book. So, I mean, if you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you've been keeping up with the rest of the X-Files stories, the conspiracy stories, then definitely have to check this one out.
Yeah, that's the next in the next conspiracy crossovers here.
And the next one is the Transformers one, so be on the lookout for that.
You know what? I forgot last time we were talking about those. I forgot to mention there's also going to be a X-Files Crow crossover.
Really?
The
Oh,
Crow.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's pretty neat. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Okay, and last up for new releases is Undertow by writer Steve Orlando and artist Artyom Trakhanov. A name as unique as this comic book.
Really unique, yeah.
It's pretty interesting. The art's really good. It's that's that same kind of sketchy, rough style, but the story is also kind of interesting. It starts out with this like Atlantean officer and like some sort of underwater war, and this like pirate dude basically just offers him a chance to join him, and then they're doing some like expedition on land, and there's like early humans, so I'm assuming this is like maybe they'll influence
it
humans or something.
Seems like the main characters are all essentially Atlanteans, it seems like.
Yeah,
humans are still like barely above, or they're essentially cavemen.
What I thought was funny was they come out of water and one of them like loses their face mask and he's like, "Oh, I'm drowning," which is completely opposite for us nowadays, which I just thought it was funny. But it's a very colorful book. I think the colors change throughout; they get darker progressively.
The story's unique. Definitely have to see where it goes.
Yeah, if you're looking for a new sci-fi that's unlike anything you've ever really kind of read before, and you're into Atlantean type stuff, this I think would be worthwhile.
Yeah.
Definitely
worth your effort. Well, we went a little bit out of order, but that's okay.
Well, just a little bit. All right. Next up, we got Harley Quinn #3 from DC, written by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner, with art by Chad Hardin. This book was fun, as they always are.
It's been a fun
of course,
series.
Harley Quinn is killing people, again, like always. I mean, because why not? I mean, Chad Hardin has been great on his art throughout the entire book. No complaints here on the story, really. It's just a fun book, not meant to be taken seriously, and not really part of any major story arcs.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a fun book like Deadpool, go ahead and check this one out.
You got something you want to talk about?
First up is the Superior Spider-Man team-up, issue number 10, with Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher trying to face down the Green Goblin. I thought this one was interesting just for the fact that if anybody remembers the last time they teamed up in the Omega Effect, it was quite superb. I mean, the art's great, just the whole dynamic between the three of them.
It's always, I've read a couple of story arcs that have that team up, and those three, actually, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Punisher, really work well together. It's fun. With Superior Spider-Man in here now, it's really kind of throwing a wrench into it.
Yeah, it's
a little
definitely
bit. I mean,
change it up.
it's worth reading. I've enjoyed it.
Definitely.
I mean, it all depends on who's writing it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is with all the books, so.
Man, I really enjoy Punisher Max was going on when Garth Ennis was writing that, and there's some great scenes with Daredevil and Punisher and Spider-Man getting into it.
It's just the dynamic. I mean, Daredevil is a lawyer and everything, so he's on the total side of the law. Then you've got the Punisher, who's the exact opposite, and Spider-Man's just like kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got the new start of an arc for Supergirl here. She becomes a Red Lantern. It's written by Tony Bedard with Yilda Roy Sinar penciling the book. It's really quite great. I mean, just seeing her as a Red Lantern is it's crazy how much more powerful she will become. So I'm interested to see how long this will last, because if you've seen the solicits for Justice League United #0, she's back in her regular suit, and that comes out in April. So we'll see how long this arc lasts and how they
I'd like it to last. Yeah.
Fix Supergirl.
I want to see a Kryptonian Red Lantern. Just make all the Green Lanterns poop their
It's,
pants. You know, it's just-
She's gonna be more powerful than
Yeah,
Superman.
that's the first
Yeah.
thing that a Kryptonian needs is a ring with more power.
some Red Lantern rage power
I mean, just imagine Superman with a Green Lantern.
with the green ring. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we'll just see what happens.
All right, and then the other comic that I was super interested in is, surprise, another Daredevil comic, but the solo Daredevil by Mark Waid and Chris Samney. It is the final issue, but don't cry too much because they're starting it over with the Marvel now. But, you know, everybody who's been following, he's been trying to take down the Sons of the Serpent, and it's not going terribly well, and based on the cover on this issue, it looks like he's getting his practice shut down. But I heard rumors that he's relocating to California, so...
What?
Yep.
Actually, that's exactly what's happening.
Oh, wow.
I mean, when it picks back up in March, that's where the story will start off.
Wow, no more Hell's Kitchen lawyer, huh?
Yeah. Anybody
Okay.
who's read anything by Mark Waid or any Daredevil knows that it's great, so...
They probably need just better lawyers out there in LA anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they've got the She-Hulk in New York, too, so I'm sure she could kind of cover that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about some trade paperbacks that came out this week.
Yeah.
Go ahead there, Tom.
All right, we've got Batman Lil Gotham #1. Fantastic series with art by Dustin Nguyen. His art is phenomenal throughout the book. If you like this paint sort of style and you like, you know, a little bit more kiddish style of a book, you'll enjoy this. I mean, it's great throughout. There's nothing wrong with it. So give it a shot. Check it out.
Perfect for young comic book readers,
Yes.
definitely.
It's volume 1, so get on it.
Let's see. What was next that we talked about? The FBP, Federal Bureau of Physics. This is a pretty interesting book. This is from Vertigo Studios. And it is straight up sci-fi, very quantum physics based. And let's see, if I remember, I read like the first 2 books, but I haven't read after this, I believe. Yeah, it's they're like an agency, like a law enforcement agency, Federal Bureau of Physics. Yeah, so if you're into that sort of crime fighting sci-fi type stuff, it's interesting. And we have a couple customers that collect it that rave about their series. Yeah. Want to talk about Red Sonja? I can. Red Sonja, Gail Simone. All right, yeah, a lot of people will give Red Sonja a lot of flack, you know, because scantily clad, warrior, barbarian chick, sure. But Gail Simone here, actually, it writes for Batgirl, Birds of Prey, does some other solid titles that you may be familiar with. And I've liked this take on it. One of the reasons is that she actually will sometimes wear armor in here, you know, go figure. No, and it's well done. The art's great. Good, solid adventure. You know, if you're a fan of Game of Thrones and any of that other sort of medieval fun stuff, Red Sonja's cool. You know,
Or scantily clad women.
or scantily clad women wielding swords and whatnot. Yeah, if you want the female Conan, Red Sonja's that's the way to go.
All right, my trade pick is Nova, the first volume. It's been pretty good. It's written by Jeff Loeb, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness. It's pretty good. It's also another good comic for younger readers because there's some violence in it, but it's definitely not over the top. There's an equal amount of humor that's good for all ages, and seeing as how the main character is a young teenager, it's a good like kind of coming of age, and also kind of intergalactic mix. So I definitely recommend it for somebody who wants to get like their kids into comics or just a family-friendly book.
Yeah. It's I'd say like if anyone's a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy,
yeah,
you know, Nova's probably going to be a pretty good pick for you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so this is the last trade we have coming out here is Alice Knott's Zero. This is from Image. And this is collecting 1 through 5 of Zero. Zero is a pretty interesting spy book, essentially. It starts out in the near future, like 2018, and is talking about Agent Zero's life up to like 2038. And so there's a little bit of that sci-fi aspect to it, but don't get yourself wrong, it's straight up a spy novel, you know. So if you're into that sort of intrigue and violence and international stuff going on, then yeah, I'd recommend Zero. Really well written. It has all sorts of different artists and guests on it, so the art goes not all over the place, but the art changes throughout the book. So
Looks consistently good though.
yeah, it's all well done. But yeah. Oh, sorry.
Nothing. We're
That's
good.
it. So that's it. So yeah, that's the books that we want to talk about this week and the trades. If you guys have anything you want to mention or whatnot, just go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe or like if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have anything else you want to say?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Get out of here.
Go away.
See ya.